Um, it's interesting because one of the things that you didn't talk about was guns as a business. Every time you incite this idea of marauding gangs everywhere in everybody's neighborhood, guess what happens? People get scared. When people get scared, they buy things like guns that they probably shouldn't have. So let's not keep the money equation out of this, because it is a multi-billion-dollar business. Even Second Amendment Foundation makes money off of that. Alan Gottlieb, he makes money off of that. You make money off of that. So let's not forget that there's a money equation here, and there is an industry that makes a lot of money every time we talk about the bad guy, we talk about fear, and we don't talk about the reality of guns in this country.
Is the fear justified?
Well, part of the fear factor here is what's been going on for the last few years. The people who are buying firearms now, they are concerned that next month or next year, the federal government is going to pass a law that says, you know what, you can't have that. We'll grandfather your gun in, but we're not going to allow any new ones to be made.
Because you are the guys telling them that. Excuse me
No,
for
I'm
interrupting,
not.
but yes,
No.
it's NRA and Second Amendment Foundation telling them
Telling them what?
that you better get a gun now, because these things like background checks and reasonable gun laws, they will inevitably lead to your gun being confiscated, and that causes panic and fear.
Tina, that's a myth, and I don't know where you've been getting your Kool-Aid, but that's really not true. People are buying firearms because they want to buy them. And since the Heller ruling and subsequently the McDonald ruling, people understand that they do really have an individual civil right to own a firearm. More people are going out and buying firearms for any number of reasons. Self-protection is one of them.
I'm still trying to figure out how the laws should be drafted. I've had experiences on both ends. I've been flying legally with my gun. The reason why is because the last time I was in Atlanta, some people had tried to rob me at gunpoint and put the gun to my head. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to travel, without this. So I got my gun and I've been traveling with it and had no issues. But then I flew to New York. Didn't know, I was ignorant to the difference in laws in New York, that you can fly into New York, but you can't fly out with a gun. And so, I thought that I was just okay as long as I wasn't concealing the weapon and carrying it, as long as I had it in a lockbox or in a trunk or something like that. So now I'm facing charges in New York, and it's not too pretty.